So I just finished up my shift, and basically I've been thinking that I was just talking about judgment to myself, and judgment, I still feel like that's one of my fears, is I have this fear of judgment, and I don't need to. And I don't know, I was thinking that because I don't even know how I got on that topic, to be honest, but fear of judgment is one of the biggest fears that you can have. It probably is the biggest fear you can have. It's bigger than fear of death. It's bigger than fear of, anything. Because fear of judgment is, you're afraid to basically create. You're afraid of your own self. Because you're afraid that people are going to judge you for how you are. And that's such a, like, when you put it like that, it's like, oh shit. Why don't I just not give a fuck about what other people think? And I don't give a fuck about what other people think. And I think everybody should not give a fuck about what other people think. But because of judgment, there's two kinds of people. There are the people who don't give a fuck, and then there's the people who click up because they do give a fuck about. Like, in the regard of, like, they're copy and paste individuals. Like, imagine, I don't know, for example, you have one-of-a-kind individuals, copy and paste individuals. So motherfuckers like Jim Morrison, that's just a prime example. And then you got motherfuckers like, I mean, sometimes the clicking up helps, don't get me wrong. But even still, being individual is what truly, like, matters, and not being afraid of judgment. Because when you're afraid of like I've already said it, when you're afraid of judgment, you're afraid of who you are. And you matter. Everybody matters. And judgment is just so stupid, and I hate that part of myself that is still judgmental. And I think once I let go of that part of myself, because I still like, internally, I might not externally say it, but internally I judge people. And I don't like doing that. I don't know if that's a human trait or something, but I don't like doing that. I don't like talking about people behind their back. I don't like, because I wouldn't want that done to me. So it's like, I think once I let go of that part of myself where I don't judge people, then that whole insecurity, even though it's basically gone, will be completely gone, and I really won't give a flying fuck about what anybody thinks about me. And to a certain degree, I'm already like that. I already don't give a flying fuck about what people think about me. But there is that piece of me, that fucking piece of middle school me, that still does give a fuck about what people think about me. But it's not to the degree that it used to be back then. It's different. It's very, very, very minor, but it is still there. But through experience and putting myself basically on the line, like, just, I'm completely, like, putting myself out there. I'm willing to be judged, and in doing so, I'm removing the judgment from myself, the insecurity from myself, and I really start to, once that happens, I'll really start to flourish. I've already really started to flourish. But getting rid of judgment is the next biggest step. I've already done a lot of introspection and self-work and just self-improvement. And I've just been doing what I want to do. But I really need to lose the judgment. Because losing judgment equals individual freedom. Not necessarily financial freedom, but that could lead to it, you know? That could lead to a lot of things. Opportunities will basically lay themselves on a platter for you if you just remove judgment from your conscious, from your subconscious. Even though you can't even probably do that, you can. And when you do, it's like game over. It's game over because you are you, the individual who has become who they want to be. And it's not about competition or beating anybody else out or being better because you figured this out. And even I'm still guilty of that. I still feel like, oh, I'm better than that person because I do this better than they do that. And I shouldn't have that complex. There's no reason to have that complex. We're all the fucking same person, basically. We're all people. We are just individuals spread across the same fucking thing, bro. We're the same thing with very, very minor genetic information differences. But in the end, we're all the same. We all come from the same place. We're all the same. And I mean, yes, we're not all the same, but just at our core, we're all the same. We're just individuals. But we have individual personalities sharing our own novel experiences. But at the core, we are all the same. And I think more people need to understand that. I think I still need to understand that. Because I really, really don't like how I think sometimes. And I judge myself. And judgment of the self is even worse than judgment of other people. I mean, it should just be. You should just be who you are. And not worry about like the bullshit that goes into life. Like whatever happens, fucking happens, bro. Roll with it. It's all part of the flow. Nothing happens on accident. There are no coincidences. And we should just learn to be more stoic as people, especially men. Like if you're a man, look into stoicism. Look into fucking Epictetus, whatever his name is, Marcus Aurelius, and Meditations by Marcus Aurelius, and that type of thing, because that stuff really does help in a way. I mean, you can take pieces from it. You don't have to fucking follow stoicism hand in hand, but it does help, because whatever really happens, if you have yourself in a good mindset that no matter what happens, you still have yourself and you're still going to be okay, then you're going to be okay. And in doing so, you should completely be judgment-free of yourself, of others, of God, higher power. Judgment-free is how you need to be, how life should be lived. Because as just one unit that we are as human civilization, we need to be more like kind and respectful to each other and less judgmental. There's so many judgmental people out there, and in part, people fear judgment. We don't need to fear judgment. We need to just be. And just, I'm almost judging people who are judgmental, and I don't even need to do that, because that's how they're gonna be. That's how they're gonna be. And it's probably a balance. You probably gotta have one thing or the other, in like good and evil, judgment, no judgment. It's all balance, and it all is probably necessary for this coexistence that is this third dimension of reality But if you're watching this video, just be judgment free. Just do you, and it'll all be okay. I'm about to be home real shortly here. I just went on a whole tangent about judgment, because I was just the thought possessed me basically, and I really think that, I mean, people are gonna be people. You can't change a person that doesn't want to be changed. But maybe I can plant a seed. Maybe whoever's watching this can plant a seed and make the world just a little better. Because that's what we need right now. With all the BS that always happens on this planet because of us, because of man, because of humanity, it's ridiculous. How far we've come, but also how far we haven't come. You think we would be better along, but there's no room to complain, man. We all gotta do our part. Every single person on this planet matters. Every single person on this planet matters. And yet, we don't come together. But at the same time, there needs to be individual attention, but also attention to others. You need to have a good balance of both. And in doing so, there just needs to be respect and kindness and trustworthiness. And just those pillars you learn in elementary school. You need to, I keep saying it, but you need to just be. And in just being a good human, being a good person rooted in moral values, and like just being judgment free, being free of the deep-rooted pain and trauma of existence and life, then you can really tap into something greater. And you can make this world a better place. Every little thing matters. Every little thing you do matters. Nothing goes unseen. No action goes without consequence of some sort. Every little thing matters. And just keep being. Just keep doing. Keep creating. Because that's all about what life is just creation. Be creative. Do good. Bring more good into the world. As much as you can. Because we only got so much time. What's the point of being negative? What's the point of being evil? What's the point in being bad intentioned? What's the point of doing actions that you regret? What's the point of having regret? What's the point of any of the negative? When there's so much good to be had, when there's so much good that already exists, when so much good has yet to come, why not be the good? Be the difference. Be the person who people can depend on. Be the person who people like to be around. People, be the person who's judgment free of themselves and everybody else that they come in contact with and everybody else around them. Don't judge. Don't judge. Only critique when you see something that is not okay. That's the only time you have room to say anything. And I'm preaching this, but at the same time, I need to do better at everything I'm saying. It's hard out here. Don't get me wrong. This is a hard life, but if you focus on the positive and focus on the good and focus on just being present, just being rooted in the moment, not worrying about the future, not regretting the past, not focusing on anything but what is happening in the moment. Oh man, what's the guy's name, the turtle's name in Kung Fu Panda? He's got that good fucking yesterday, I forget, bro. Yeah, today's gift. That's why it's called the present. Master like Agugu or something. I don't even know. Fire like message to give the kids. That's what we need more of. A fire message to give the next generation. We need to focus more on the next generation, because right now we're in a state of desolation, man. The way it's heading, I don't know. But you can't really worry about that. You only gotta focus on the now. If the world ends tomorrow, would you be happy with how it ended? Would you be happy with your life? Would you be content? Say you're the only person on planet Earth that knows that for no reason whatsoever, the world is going to explode. And if you tell anybody, then you die and the world doesn't explode. I don't know. I would personally tell somebody, because I wouldn't want everybody else to die. But even still, the question still is the same. Would you be content knowing that you're going to die? Just cut out the world exploding. Would you be content if you knew that tomorrow some, I don't know, event was going to happen and you were 100% gonna die? Would you be happy with your life? Sure, everybody has regrets, but would you be really happy with your life? And if the answer is no, then do something right now that would make you pleased. And I'm not talking about instant gratification, instant pleasure. I'm not talking about going and jerking off. I'm not talking about going and fucking hitting your bowl. I'm not talking about, I don't even know what, fucking scrolling. I'm not talking about that bullshit. Not that instant gratification pleasure. The real insatiable urge to create. Would you be happy with what you did with your life if you were about to die tomorrow? For me, yes, but also no. Yes and no. There's still things that I put off that I want to do. I'm writing a book, and I've been writing a book for 1.5 years. The same fucking book. And I have so many ideas that I want to fucking put on the paper, but I just don't do it. I say I'm going to do it. I do bits and pieces every now and then, but I don't do it. And, I mean, life gets in the way. I got school and other creative endeavors like music that I want to focus on, but it really is all about your focus. But at the same time, it's just like, I should just do it. I need to do it. Even if I don't want to, I need to do it. A year ago, I thought I had done everything that I wanted to do. Just about. What was on my bucket list? I think it was like when I was like, I don't know, 15, 16. Smoke weed. Get a girlfriend. Lose my virginity. Do mushrooms. Do LSD. Do DMT. I think that was pretty much like everything that I wanted to do. Like really, some travel. I definitely wanted to travel, and I did that too. In some way, shape, or form. But I really hadn't like traveled. And I felt content. Like I did everything I wanted to do. And I even wrote down on an acid trip, I've already done it all. I want more. And I haven't done it all. And I think it's human desire to want more. To always want more. But that more comes from within. Excuse me. It comes from you. It doesn't come... everything that I wanted to do was external. Everything I wanted to do. Everything that was on my bucket list was external. Coming in. My list is completely different now. What I want to do now, I want to publish a book. I want to publish multiple books. I want to fucking publish short stories. I want to publish my poems. I want to write songs and play them on the guitar. I want to, I don't know, fucking create. I want to create. And that's the more. That's where it comes from. It's from within. And without that burning, insatiable hunger, that drive to have, to do, to create, to be, what's the point of living? What's the fucking point? What's the point if you don't want to do something with your life? I think that's why so many people are depressed these days, and social media does not help anything. Fucking anything. I mean, with the advent of technology, man, I bet Steve Jobs did not imagine how fucking today would be in 2008 when he fucking dropped the iPhone. And the Mac back in like the 90s, bro. I bet this is not how he saw things to be. And it's just pretty ridiculous how far things have come. I feel like at the beginning of this video, I was saying how judgment's bad and how we shouldn't be as judgmental. But at the same time, now that I'm thinking about it, the only people you are allowed to judge are big corporations that are hounding us for our money, basically. Like Big Pharma, fucking the whole social media industry. It's just like constant scroll. How can we keep their attention? Because more attention equals more money. And it's just like we're literally just like checkbooks for them, bro. Like, I don't know. That's the only motherfuckers you're allowed to judge. Fucking the porn industry. Whoever created the porn industry can fucking fuck off and die. They can just die. I don't wish death upon anybody, but the amount of young minds that porn has fucking fucked up, including my own, I feel for anybody who's affected by porn. And I'm lucky because I figured it out. It's not good for you at all. It just makes you sad. It just makes you tired. It just makes you depressed. It gives you brain fog. It's the worst addiction I think you can have as a young man. It's terrible for you. It's so bad. But it's an addiction. Once you start, you can't stop. It's dopamine, and it just hit. And that's probably, I haven't been on any porn site in fucking years, but I bet I bet it's just like fucking Instagram at this point, or TikTok. It's probably just like scroll. I don't even know, bro. I don't even fucking know. But see, that's the only people you're allowed to be judgmental of, is the people and the corporations that are sucking your soul and your money out of you. It's terrible. I mean, even like probably weed these days, bro, with it being legalized and all, it's just another fucking pharmaceutical drug at this point. I mean, sure, it's like, you know, natural and everything. The only natural weed you're gonna get is the homegrown shit, bro. Everything else is fucking grown in a lab, just like tomatoes and just like cucumbers these days, and just like oranges. Everything is probably grown in a fucking lab, and weed is included, tobacco's included, probably, like everything, bro. It's just, it's really, it's hard to trust anything these days. It's so hard to, I don't feel like I can trust anything except like the people closest to me. And every now and then, like, people, you know, people will give off a good vibe and you can trust them, but I don't know, maybe I just have trust issues, but it's so hard to trust these days. Anything you see on the internet is just like, okay, is that real? Like, I remember I downloaded Instagram. No, I just looked on Instagram again for like the first time in like a year on the web. And it was like, I don't know, I think it was right before Trump got elected and when Biden was still in office. And it was like the Rap page where they're just like a news site now, basically. Like, and it was like, Putin declares to nuke the United States of America. And I was like, what the fuck, bro? And it was just a straight lie. Nothing ever happened. No nukes were ever sent. It was just bullshit, lie. News stations, bro, fucking Fox News, CNN, MSNBC, lie. They just lie to you. I already brought up Jim Morrison once before, but whoever controls the media controls the mind, man. It's ridiculous. It's ridiculous. As humans, we're meant to get outside. We're meant to be one with nature. We're meant to be part of just everything because we are everything. And we've put ourselves in this weird situation where, I mean, I don't even know if this is real, but I saw in a commercial for Nature Valley that the average person spends 93% of their life indoors. Now, how the fuck does that make any sense? That's fucking ridiculous. If that's really true, and I probably should have looked it up to see if it was true, because I don't know, I might look it up and come back. But if that fucking shit is true, that's ridiculous. 93% of our lives are spent indoors. Like, what the fuck? We literally, like, came to be just fucking going with the flow through nature. Like, bro, if you're watching this right now, just click off. If you want to, click off and look up like an human evolution, like documentary where it's like either animation or even, I might make a couple links in the description, but it's either an animation or it's like actually like live action, bro. There's a few of them that are like fire. Like it'll bring you to tears because it's like, damn, we came from that and now we're here and now all this bullshit is happening. It's really powerful stuff, man. It's really powerful because when you think about where we came from and how we got to how we are and kind of who we are as humans, it's pretty fucking remarkable, man, because we really beat the odds. And I don't know if there was some weird alien intervention or something. I don't want to go off topic, but I don't know if there was some alien intervention or something, but it's weird that we're just like these upright walking animals compared to everything else in the animal kingdom. We are so far apart from everything. I don't know why. But anyways, I'm going to go inside. I've just been yapping. Just be. Judgment free, just be. Do what you want to do. Create. and I haven't talked about this, but have fun. Have fun with life. Make things fun. Because there's so much beauty in life. Admire it. Admire it and make it fun. Don't focus on the negative. Don't focus. Change your focus. It's all about focus. And if you don't have focus, you're not going anywhere. All right. Thank you for watching. And have a good night or day or anything. Have a good time.